Hi everybody, in front of me is a complete set of LEGO minifigures series 15. In this video I will be giving you tips on how to take a sealed package and feel it to determine which of the 16 you have. So let's get into the tips. So before getting into the tips, I just want to give you a tip on how to do it. You want to shake the bag so that the smaller pieces fall to the lower corner, and that makes it easier for you to initially start finding the more uncommon pieces, and that is pieces that aren't the head, that aren't the torso, and that aren't the legs. So shake it like a this. So the first minifigure we have is the farmer, and the easiest piece to use to identify this guy is the pitchfork. So you'll be feeling for a long piece like this, or a long wooden piece or stick, and then you'll feel that you'll have square sides, and yeah, it'll feel kind of like a regular fork but in miniature plastic size. The second piece that you could use would be the pig, and it kind of feels like a I don't know why I say like a hot dog, but you'll feel like the one stud right here, as well as a gap between the four legs right here. And the third piece, if you want to use a third piece, would be the hat. It feels like a little pot type of thing. Second minifigure is the Astronaut, and the piece that I found most easy to help identify this guy was the visor piece. So once you shake the bag and the pieces fall towards the corner, this piece is nice and recognizable. It's really small and it's curved like this. Nice little curved visor. The stick is not that great just because the Faun also has a stick, although it's slightly smaller. And you might also want to try to find this flag piece. It's flat and square feeling, and it'll have these two pieces that jut out like this. The third piece would be the helmet, but it's kind of difficult within the bag to feel, so I would stick with the visor piece as well as this flat flag piece. The third minifigure is the Frightening Knight, and I found that it was this piece on top that goes on top of his helmet that I was able to feel. It's flat and has like two more prominent points on it as well as this tiny stud. It was easy because it fell towards the corner. Another piece that was easy to help give them this one away was the shield. So it's a flat piece, square on one side and then curving to a point on the other, and it has this piece at the back here as well. And yeah, he comes with a stick, which like I said earlier can be confused with the Faun's flute and the Astronaut's flagpole, and I kind of found this thing hard to find. I didn't know what it really felt like. It's really rubbery feeling, but it might be a third piece that can help you ID that this is the frightening knight. The fourth minifigure is the Clumsy Guy, and the easiest piece to use on this would be the crutches. They're very distinct to feel. You'll feel the two sides on each side and a gap in between, and it'll come to like this little pointed nub. The hat piece as well can help you, but it might confuse you with people's hair, but if you do find it, your finger will easily fit inside of it as if your finger's wearing the hat, and then it'll feel not smooth but slightly dented because of the bandages. But again, the best piece would be the crutch. The fifth minifigure is the Tribal Woman, and the easiest part for me was the feather on top. So again, once you shake all the pieces into a corner, it's easy to feel this symmetrical V that's flat with these round parts, and then this little nub. You might it's a bit hard to recognize at first, but you do have this baby piece. It's like smooth, roundish on one side, but then it's indented on this side, so you'd be feeling it like this type of thing. So if you can find this piece, it's alright as well. And the third piece is the hair. It's kind of hard if you're feeling these for the first time. I had a bit of trouble, but there's like two pointy pieces, which would be the ponytail or the pigtails here. That will help you figure out that it is the hair of the tribal woman. The sixth minifigure is the Flying Warrior. So the easiest piece to use to identify this guy would be the spear. So the Janitor has a stick that's similar in length, but you'll feel that one end comes to a point, which would identify his spear. And a second piece that I found to be helpful was the wing piece. You see how it looks like feathers? You'll feel like it feels like plastic feathers, and you will also be able to feel the points along the edge. So those are the two best pieces to use for this guy. The seventh minifigure is the Faun. So the first thing you want to do with this guy is ensure that it has this stick in it. But once you have this stick, it might be one of three minifigs. So the second piece to corroborate the theory that this is indeed the Faun is to find the legs. And the thing with the legs is, if you look at it from this point of view, they're not like the regular legs in that they have this little valley here. So if you're able to feel for this valley, then you can figure out that it is indeed the Faun. And the third piece that you might want to try is the hair, because once you're holding it between your fingers like this, you'll be able to feel that on each side it has these pointy pieces, which are the ears. The eighth minifigure is the Animal Control Officer, and the one piece that makes this one really easy is finding this huge net. So you'll feel the stick part, and once you run your fingers long and you feel like this plastic net, then this is you have the Animal Control Officer. There's also the skunk, which you can feel. It's like the pig in that you'll feel a gap between the legs, and it also has a tail, but the easiest piece to use is this net. The ninth minifigure is the Janitor, and the easiest piece to use to identify this guy would be the stick. So although the Flying Warrior has a long spear, a long stick like him, the one thing that gives it away is when you run your fingers along here, you'll feel there's a bump over here. So that will help you identify that this is in fact the broomstick of the, not the broomstick, the mop stick of the Janitor. There's also this mop piece, but it's kind of a bit difficult to figure out what it is right away, so the stick is best for this guy. The 10th minifigure is the Ballerina. So the part that helped me figure it out was once I found the hair piece, like my thumb's in this area right here, you're able to feel the top of it. It's smooth, but the part that gives it away is the bun here. So it's like a little nub that you'll feel. And the second piece that can help you figure out that you have the Ballerina is this one flat piece. So it's the flat skirt part. You're able to get your fingers here. It just feels really flat with these ridges around it. The 11th minifigure is the Laser Mech, And the one piece that is easiest to give this one away is the sword. So it's really flexible and it has these distinct ridges on it. Another piece that helped me figure out that it was the mech that I had was this shoulder piece. So not these wings at the back, although they could help you, but this shoulder piece has like a really robotic, boxy like feel. So if you have it in the bag like this, you can kind of feel the two sides or the two corners of the shoulder pads. And of course you would also feel these two pieces sticking out of the back here. But the number one piece to use for this would be the sword. Bendy and rigid. The 12th minifigure is the Kendall Warrior, and the easiest piece to identify this guy would be the swords. So you'll feel a really slim, skinny piece in there, and you'll feel this end right here, and it's easy to tell once you feel this bump here, which separates the handle from the blade. And the blade as well will help you figure it out. And there are two in each package. The 13th minifigure is the shark suit guy. And the main piece that you can use to figure out that you do have this guy is this huge and cool looking shark piece. So it's really curvy, and you'll be able to feel the tail fin as well as the back, or the dorsal fin, I think that's what it's called. And the end of the head is pointy. And also, if you can feel the torso of the minifig inside, you'll feel that it has shark hands rather than the regular minifigure hands. The 14th minifigure is the wrestling champion, and the piece that most easily identifies this guy is the trophy. Let's take that. So you'll be able to feel the base, or once you do find it, you'll feel two handles on each side. And the hair is alright as well, but it might be hard to figure out exactly which hair it is. So I would stick with the trophy for the wrestling champion. The 15th minifigure is the jewel thief. And the easiest piece to identify is this small diamond. So as I have been saying before, make sure you shake the bag to ensure that the small pieces fall to a corner. Another common piece is this gun. So this can be easy to help, or this is good in helping you identify that you have the jewel thief. It's cylindrical and has this little nub right here. And our 16th and final minifigure is the Queen. And there's just one piece that you need to find, and it's this huge dress piece. So this package is much bulkier than the others, and yeah, this piece is huge and it's very easy to identify. That concludes this video. I hope that it helps you find the minifigure or minifigures that you are looking for. If you're interested in seeing a video in which I try to find a complete set of 16 out of a full box of 60 as fast as I can, click on the link you see before you. Otherwise, I hope you subscribe and have yourself a great day.